The yarn used in this demonstration is Susan's Family 4-ply cotton, paired with a 2.5 mm crochet hook. Take any color from the skein. First, make a slip knot. The slip knot doesn't count as a stitch. Then, chain 3. After completing the 3 chains, insert the hook into the back loop of the second chain. The raised strand on the wrong side is the back loop. Thread it through, and pull the yarn through. There are now 2 loops on the hook. Next, insert the hook into the back loop of the first chain, pull the yarn through, resulting in 3 loops on the hook. Now, take another color. If not changing colors, simply continue with the same color. Bring in the new color. Drop the first 2 loops and use this new color to pull through the third loop, the last loop on the hook. Then, thread it through the middle loop. Pull the yarn through. Then, the first loop here. Pull the yarn through. There are still 3 loops on the hook. Now, set this yarn aside. Take the color used in the first row. Pull through the third loop first by working through the first 2 loops, then pull the yarn through. Next, the second loop. Pull the yarn through the first loop. This leaves 3 loops on the hook. Using the same method, we switch colors again. Change colors for every row. Switch to this lighter color. Work off the first 2 loops, start with the last one, then the middle one. Work the last loop again. Each row ends with 3 loops on the hook, then switch to the next color. First pull through the last loop, then the middle one. Finally, the first loop. When switching, leave these 2 yarn tails as they are, then change colors. This yarn. Place this strand behind and bring the front strand forward. First pull through the third loop, then the middle one. Then finally pull through the first loop, leaving 3 loops on the hook, then drop this yarn and bring another strand forward. Keep repeating this process. This creates a texture that looks like it was made with straight needles. Change colors. Pull through all 3 loops. Keep repeating until you reach the desired length. Once you've reached the desired length, we'll finish off here. I've crocheted about 66 to 67 rows. Adjust according to your preference. For the next color, start by working the third chain, then pull through the second loop, then through the loop on the hook, then loop onto the first stitch. Pull the yarn through, then pass directly through the loop on the hook. Then chain 1 and fasten off the yarn. You can leave this yarn tail slightly longer. Just 1 is enough. We need to sew both sides together. Now it's crocheted. Then we can gently pull it. Pulling it will make it more cylindrical. Thread the sewing needle. Simply sew this part directly, then tie the yarn tails together in a knot. We'll need this later. Tie it to cover them up. Just sew casually, one single crochet in each stitch. Once the seam is done, wrap it around here. If we're using a non-opening type, I'm using an opening circular pattern here, so it can still be attached after sewing. If using a non-opening D-ring or similar, it must be added before sewing. I'll set this aside for now, and place it back after wrapping everything. If it's a straight buckle or similar, you can place it in advance, right before sewing. Add it here before sewing, then cut a piece of yarn. Straighten it out. Keep the right side facing one direction. Leave a small opening. Perfectly wrap the connection point. Cut a longer piece of yarn. Leave a yarn tail on this piece, and also leave an opening at the top. Then start wrapping along its direction. Just wrap it directly. Wrap it as long or short as you like, depending on your preference. But it's best to perfectly wrap the connection point completely. After wrapping, if it's only one layer and feels too thin, you can go back and wrap again to the head, then wrap up at the end. For now, I'll just do one layer. Then thread the yarn tail through the loop we left earlier, and pull. The starting yarn tail. Pull it in. Keep it tight, don't let it loosen. After pulling it in, you can cut both ends directly. If you want it more secure, do this. Skip one stitch, don't go through the very bottom. Thread it underneath, then bring the lower tail up the same way, then cut. Give it a tug. Then cut. The bottom yarn tail can be cut directly or thread it up the same way, either works. Now the hanging loop main part is done. Let's attach it. It has multiple uses. Now let's learn the puff flower crochet technique. Same method, just change colors. Start with an adjustable magic ring, make a loop on your hand, yarn over to create a chain stitch as the beginning chain, then work 10 single crochets into the ring. After completing the 10 single crochets, tighten the yarn loop. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Then move on to crochet the petals. Chain 3. In the first stitch, work 3 incomplete double crochets, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull up to the same height as the chain, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on hook, that's 1 incomplete double crochet. Repeat 2 more times in the same stitch. Each time, adjust it slightly higher. Okay, 3 completed. There are 4 loops on your hook. Now in the second stitch, work 3 more incomplete double crochets the same way, yarn over, pull through, adjust higher, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Work 2 more. Now there are 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all loops at once. Pull this yarn tight, then chain 1, tighten, then chain 3. Slip stitch into the third stitch. 2 stitches form 1 pattern group. Then chain 3 for the second pattern group. Still in the third stitch. The stitch we just slip stitched into. Repeat the same technique. First, work 3 incomplete double crochets into the third stitch. Each time, lift the yarn a bit higher, then thread it through, and work 3 incomplete double crochets into the fourth stitch. Yarn over the hook and pull through all loops at once. Chain 1 first, then pull tight, then chain 3. Slip stitch into the fifth stitch. 2 petals are done. Flip the petals outward, and it becomes a plump puff flower. Using the same technique, we'll complete the remaining 3 petals. Chain 3, then work 3 incomplete double crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, also work 3 incomplete double crochets. Complete it using the same method. After finishing the 5th petal with chain 3, directly join with the first petal at the first stitch. Insert the hook into the first single crochet. Work a slip stitch. Pick up the large loop and break the yarn. Insert the hook from behind the first stitch to bring the yarn tail to the back. Tidy up the petals and tie a double knot with these 2 yarn tails. Then cut it directly. Now we'll crochet the center part. For the center, start with an adjustable magic ring using another color. First chain 3. Then work 5 incomplete double crochets into the ring. Same technique, yarn over, pick up high, then pull through. Four. 5 incomplete double crochets, then yarn over and pull through all loops at once. Then chain 1 and tighten. Slip stitch into the large ring with 3 chains. Then chain 1 and fasten off. First pull the starting loop. These 2 yarn tails also tie a double knot. Trim the yarn tails leaving a small tail. Then attach it to the center of the flower. This flower is completed.